Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So, starting off with the 8-hour, and you can see the oscillators starting to come down to an area where we need to start looking at levels. Now, there are a few levels that we need to look at, so just bear with me. The first one is this area right here. So this is my inside tail. Remember, I'm looking for fractals on the inside, and if you look at every single other one here, you can see there's my last one, which is pretty much the bottom here. We did get buying off here, and then we've got this exhaustion bar onto this level, and then a continuation down to the 155 EMA. So it doesn't matter which way I do. If I take the inside tail, you can see how it lines up. Okay, so basically what I mean is I'm looking for this side of price where the level is, and I want price to go past it. So with all of that in mind, we can just delete that one. This is our current level, but we have broken it to the downside. So the very next level is all the way down here. Now, this is at 39.82, which is a pretty interesting area. That's the 4,000. I'm not sure we're going to get there, but it does. That is the next level, unless we can get back above 48.6. So 4100 is probably what it's going to be rounded off to. So we're looking to get above it, find support, and then you have the opportunity to buy off that. Alternatively, we're going to need to wait patiently for the downside. There was a gap here that's closed, and there is another little gap in this area here as well. So if we move to the 3-hour, we had a pretty strong move down. It looked like we were finding some support here, and then that broke through yesterday to the downside. Look at my oscillators. Oscillators are grouped beautifully to the downside. I think the big concern, I need to go back to the weekly here, is this is a massive weekly engulfing bar. And if you look at where the next level of weekly support is, it's down here at 4,000. So that, to me, is looking like the area that we need to be paying attention to. Okay, so nothing really new on the 3-hour, apart from the fact that we've got some moving average crossovers. So we're in an area where there is potential for a continuation to the downside, but pretty much down to this area here of 39.82, or probably an ambush just before that at 4,000. So if I am looking at short scalps, it'll be probably 4,005 or 4,010, somewhere around there as a target. But I am not looking at that at all. It can retrace. I'll wait for the retracement, and then I'm looking for opportunities to buy into the value. So just look at the science behind this, guys. It's long-term investors are trading this market to make money. So if we come back to the 8-hour, they have been making money all the way up here, and every single pullback has been bought. There was a pretty strong pullback, bought. Another little pullback, bought. Nice strong pullback there, bought. So every single pullback is bought. There's another one there. There's another one there. So there's no reason to be looking for shorts. The opportunity is to buy, and that's what is exactly what's happening right now. And the big question is, where do we buy off? And that is what investors will be asking themselves right now. So they'll be looking at all their different scenarios, PE ratios, debt ratios. Earnings season is over, so they would have taken their dividends profits, probably got out of some stocks, rolled into other stocks. NASDAQ is still getting a bit of a hiding, so tech stocks are pretty much as a sort of a, what do you call it, a move away from tech stocks at the moment, and that does impact the S&P quite heavily. So with all that waffle, what is the plan of action? Plan of action for me is to sit tight still. There are quite a few gaps to the upside, and these are all 5-minute and 15-minute gaps, and just talking about the 15 minutes. So there's a 15-minute there. So we've had the strong move down. We've had 2 days of below the moving averages. You can see we're below. Looks like we're coming to test again for another leg down, and we also have what's looking like a wedge at the moment. So that wouldn't surprise me. As I said, this level is the one we need to pay attention to, 40.86. If we get above it and we find support on it, definitely opportunity to buy there. If we don't, we're looking for 39.82 or 4010, 408, depends what your personal preference is. But for me, if you are going to short scalp us, that's where I'd be. But I'm not interested in short scalping, so I'm looking for opportunities to buy. So it's either here. If it's not here, we walk away from the charts and we wait for price to come down to 4,000, and then we look for the structure there. Okay, so you can see this pin bar here, CPI data, buyers came in, and pretty much it didn't really trigger stops. I suppose maybe that bar there was stops being triggered. But yeah, I think until we get a crossover on the 15 of the moving averages or a consolidation of them, the trend is pretty much still to the downside. And those of you that are brave and are shorting, you want to be shorting off these breaks. So that's kind of the area that you want to be shorting. Or if you don't want to be shorting down here, that's the short area there. That's your inside tail. 41.17. Okay, so anyway guys, that's me at the moment, and I think I just want to finish off on the daily. Oscillators in the daily have come off their overbought areas, so that's looking pretty good as well. But and then the last thing, sorry if you're still tuned in, but all over the place this morning, get your Fibonacci in. So the 50% Fibonacci is coming up, and the 61.8 is right here at 40.10 in actual fact. So yeah, that's the structure that's there, but the trend is up. I'm looking for opportunities to buy. There's no two ways about that. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.